What I remember most was the biting cold. We huddled together near the fire, trying desperately to stave off the cold winds. My stomach grumbled, reminding me that I had not eaten in hours. My companion and I shared some roasted seagull and turtle, which went a long way towards lifting our spirits. Yet, every time we stepped away from the warmth of the campfire, we were immediately greeted with the painful frost in the air. We traveled a short distance from the fire, grabbing logs, sticks, rocks, or anything else that we might be able to use. Construction on our second platform was well underway, but we were being hampered by the cold. Since I am trapped near the fire, I look around and try to set up a plan for constructing stairs to our original treehouse, although our second platform is still incomplete. While standing near the fire, a spark lands on my companion's sweater, instantly igniting him in an inferno of fire. I can only watch in horror as he runs around in the rain, trying to put out the blaze enveloping his body. Remembering that I got turtle shells from the ocean, my companion sprints towards the cliffs, but luckily the fire goes out before he jumps. After returning to the fire, my companion takes some medicine we found on the downed airplane, which goes a long way towards soothing the burns. I rummage through my pack and find a soda. Soda is great for replenishing your thirst, and it also replenishes stamina as well. I can't shake this feeling that we are being watched from the shadows, but the rain has stopped for now, and I feel renewed, so I begin cutting down trees for our continued construction. While I am focused on clear-cutting this forest single-handedly, my companion has decided that we need a 2-foot rock wall surrounding our entire camp. While I agree this would be helpful, it seems awfully ambitious for our first evening, but we decide to move forward anyway. Just as my nerves are about to go back to normal, a cry rips through the night. My companion and I regrouped at the base of our treehouse, but they had made no attempts to follow, and the dark silence was foreboding. Listening for any sounds in the distance, we hear nothing, when a dark shape catches my eye. My companion and I look at each other for a moment, but before we can communicate a plan, my companion runs out and stabs one of them in the face with his spear before running back to the fire. In the chaotic battle that ensues, I manage to hit my companion with an axe and nearly get beaten to death by 2 of the natives. Wincing through the pain, I nonetheless seize on an opportunity where me and my companion can double team one of them and finish them off. These people appeared to be superhuman in their physical capabilities and aggression. I try to stay near the campfire as I feel it is our only real defense. When I see an opening, I charge in and attack one. Running around our incomplete staircase, I come to the aid of my companion, but I am too slow, and in the scuffle he is knocked unconscious. I revive my companion, and as we return to the campfire, one of the natives is rising again, even after taking multiple hits to the head with an axe. We both finish her off and then throw the bodies into the fire. Taking a moment to catch my breath, I realize that I am severely hurt, very hungry, and covered in blood. My companion takes another medicine he found from the downed airplane, but I do not have any more medicine to use. Unwilling to give up, however, I go back to cutting down trees for our home. I tirelessly kept building, knowing my only chance of long-term safety was having somewhere off the ground to hide at night. I took a short break to pick up some bones from the bodies that we just burned, as well as to eat some meat that had been left on the fire while we had been ambushed. It was unidentifiable. Placing the last few pieces of meat on the fire, as well as some leaves to revive it, I went back to building. After a few more loads of wood, I went back and ate, as well as drank some rainwater that we had collected. My companion and I spent the rest of the night listening for intruders and constructing our new home. When the sun began to slowly rise over the horizon, I instantly felt a little better. I was still battered from the night before, but I felt renewed hope for the upcoming day. My companion and I decided to head to the beach to wash off the blood from the night's battles. Using 2 sticks I had picked up earlier, I fashioned a spear I could more easily hunt with. I approached the beach cautiously, as the smallest amount of falling damage might be my undoing. Rinsing the blood off in the ocean, I wade back to the shore and then decide to go hunting. The birds on this island, however, possess the ability to fly through the ground, which makes my spear slightly ineffective. I am persistent, however, and eventually I manage to get some meat and feathers for us. As we finally return to our base, the sheer scope of our construction hits me, as our rock wall itself requires over 500 rocks. Our actual treehouse is nearly complete, and this last tree should be enough to finish off the construction we started yesterday. While I was completing the staircase to our new home, my companion built a drying rack, which will allow us to store our food longer. And with this final piece of the puzzle, we can finally retreat into our home to plan our next moves.